Hey guys, this video I've tried to film several times but haven't been able to get my thoughts into kind of cohesion, so I've kind of had to write them down on a notebook just to, in dot points, to be able to get them across. And this video is probably not going to be the lightest subject, I'm guessing, but hopefully you guys will watch it anyway. 2016 has been filled with terror attacks, murders, and natural disasters, all of which have rocked everyone to their core. And it's in these times that we all feel a natural sense of fear, because that's what happens to us when we get faced with the unexpected. We naturally feel fear towards it. And it is how we react to this said fear that is how we are defined. Often you'll see on our social media, we'll get these outrageous comments, and then that just seem to fuel everything and just make it blast out of proportion. And then, more often than not, people just take up arms against them and then just reply to them with more and more outrage. So just pretty much just fighting fire with fire, and it just makes the whole thing bigger. When doing that, you pretty much just spread everyone apart, and just they get further and further apart. Like the other day, yesterday I think it was, Waleed Ali on The Project did a video about the whole factor of everything that's been happening in 2016, and he came up with the analogy of a gravitron, and how we're spinning and spinning, and everyone's getting pulled further and further towards the edges, and it takes superhuman strength to be able to get to the middle. And when we fuel the outrage, we are just, in a sense, making the gravitron spin faster, which is spreading us further apart and making us more isolated from each other, and we kind of feel more hatred towards one another, and then it's just spinning out of control. And he offered two ways that we could respond to these. One is a destructive way, so to act emotionally and carelessly and without any critical thought to destroy our perceived enemy, that, and with the hopes of ridding ourselves of this threat that makes us feel unsafe. However, he gave us a second option, but this one is a much harder one because it involves much more effort. We can consider what motivated the person to feel that way. We can consider what motivated that person to feel that way, to try and understand that fear and empathize why they came to that conclusion. See, that's the hard part, because you have to empathize, and the whole part, most of the time people just let their emotions go and just completely break down. In a lot of the time, people don't think about what they've posted until afterwards, and then it's by that time it's been seen by several other people, and then it's just, then they might have joined in the chorus, and then it just furthers the whole thing. So Waleed's second option of the constructive thing is the way that we could do it, so that we make it so we live in a more compassionate and more empathetical society, is that if we are faced with those options and then we try to build it in a constructive manner, then we won't have to worry about all the different things that we are faced with, because we will all be a tight-knit society that will care for each other in any way possible. Those that follow different religions are no different from any of us. They all have their families, their friends, the ones they care and love. They bleed just like us, and they feel just like us. And when we try to put this fear and hatred into all of it, we start to see ourselves as it's us against them, which only fuels the hatred and discrimination and just separates the entire society, just building lines between people that should not even exist. Because we all are human, so we should just care and love one another. And it's in times like these I feel that there's a need for us to pull together and love each other, feel compassion for each other and empathy for each other, rather than pulling apart from each other and becoming more isolated and just fueling the hatred. Because once we do that, then we let those who feed on that said hatred and that terror that we have allowed them to feel, they win. And when we do that, nobody will be better off. And that's all I have for this topic today, guys. I hope you guys like this video, and I will want you to continue the conversation down in the comments. I hope that I didn't leave anything out, and I hope that I didn't really offend anybody by what I said. And if I did, just comment down below, but no like hate-filled comments. Just try to make it critically thought out, and I will try to respond in the way that I think is the best to that comment. And as always, guys, I love you. Stay safe. Peace.